I'm gonna go get a big glass of water
Thou
so
shalt
I
not
can like
steal.
drink some
That's another
water
one.
through this.
The only ones who won't be
Be right
stealing
back.
will be the tribulation saints. Everybody else is going to be stealing. They're going to have a form of fascism, communism worldwide, where basically they're stealing everybody's money and forcing everybody to live in poverty if you don't take the mark. Basically, yeah.
No, I believe
Like I said,
it.
the Mosaic Law says adultery.
I believe Gail would
gay
be very
people should
pleasant
be stoned.
in real
This is
life.
the problem what I'm talking about. You're taking that verse out of context. Okay? You're taking the verse out of context. It also says women shouldn't wear pants. I mean, the clothing of a man. That is for the Jewish nation, for their time. It was addressed. See, the problem was, that particular passage was addressed to condemn devil-worshipping practices of the time.
Sure.
These were devil-worshipping practices of that time. And the devil worshippers were committing gay sex as part of their Satan worship. And I think women were wearing weird clothing and, so basically everything that was condemned in that chapter in Leviticus was aimed towards devil worshippers.
They were growing more than one type of crop per field.
Group is they're taking passages that were designed for another time period, not for the church
fiber
age,
clothing.
and applying it to the church age. They're not rightly dividing the Bible. A passage meant for the Jewish nation is not meant for the church. A passage, though you can get spiritual application from it, like we shouldn't steal, but to say that today you're saved by keeping the Ten Commandments or by honoring the Mosaic Law is incorrect Bible interpretation. Because you're taking a passage that is meant for the Jewish nation for another time period and applying it to the church age. We are in the church age. So, yeah, in the tribulation, they will have to keep the Ten Commandments for the reasons I've already told you. But that's for the tribulation. Because we're dealing with the Jewish nation. We are not in the tribulation now, though Jesus said that I and my men are going through what the tribulation saints will be going through. Now on to another note. So that's really a big oversimplification of why you shouldn't waste your time sending me a big opinion piece about the Bible.
Okay.
That
has been a 29-minute segment on why you shouldn't send Gail opinion pieces about the Bible.
Maybe 1/3 of the opinions in there are totally off, maybe more than 1/3. It's not
Speed her up a little bit.
Like I said, I'm a Bible writer.
Gail is a Bible writer. There's no doubt about that.
You should be going to me for correct doctrine. And I'm not saying this egotistically, but I am a Bible writer, okay? You don't need to be sending me this stuff here. You say sex is unknown dimension. This is just like, there's stuff in here about anatomy and physiology, which I took a course in a long time ago, and nah. This is just, I don't need this book, okay? Yeah, man. You're sending this to somebody who's got an honorary doctorate from Dallas Theological Seminary? A Bible writer? Anyways. As president, though, I'm going to talk about my president job. I'm a very busy person.
She is the president.
Decided I need to deal with fake news because it's gone rampant. And
Gail.
Appointed Vladimir as director of communications.
No,
He's also my secretary of defense. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of fake news. And I'll have a link underneath this video to the webpage that I created about it. There's a lot of fake news out there.
I was wondering how Gail was going to respond to the Ukrainian invasion.
We now have a Gabriel Chana search engine. And you can get there by going to my website, gabrielchana.blog. Okay? So just click on the link underneath this video, and it'll take you right to my
Gail
website.
Saw right
and from
through
there,
it.
you can get Gabriel Chana Fox News. And you can also get the Gabriel Chana search engine. Yeah, we took over Google about a year ago, or a little over a year ago, and it's been sort of successful, but the company is so big, it's kind of impossible to totally take them over. And you got to remember that Satan invented the internet and the computer, so we decided to start our own search engine from the bottom up, okay? And I've also instructed, we're going to try to put a banner on all the Jesuit fake news out there, instructing people to go to Gabriel Chana Fox News 00 on cable to get the real news, and to go to my website and check out our search engine. Now, I don't get it because they have to do it to protect me from targeting. So, but I know that most of 80%, Brent Spiner told me 80% of the United States is now using our new search engine. It could be up. That's what he told me yesterday. And it's the Gabriel Chana search engine.
Yeah.
Because all of the others are basically Jesuit controlled.
Okay.
So, yeah. We definitely, there's a lot of fake news about Russia and out there. It's just, and about everything. And it's just,
good to know everything's
if you believe
been
that
fake
stuff,
news
your life
the
will be
whole
an unmitigated
time.
disaster. That's all I have to say.
Thanks, Gail.
You definitely do not want to. In fact, Jesus has instructed me and my
I
men
believe
to
it.
watching the news.
I believe it, Joshua. That's just true. That's
Gabriel
facts.
Chana
Don't
Fox
worry.
News. Jesus said it's all fake news.
It's all fake
All
news.
fake news.
It's all fake
So if you want the
news.
real news, go to my website.
I will,
There will be a
Gail.
search engine there. I've made some new law about
So
that. So
true.
this is
I
my
made a new
video,
law about that.
And I appreciate the thought, but I mean, that book you sent me, don't waste your money sending me that religious paraphernalia. I mean, let me tell you, sending me a book like that would be about the equivalent of sending a book like that to the Apostle Paul. What do you think he would do with a book like that? Huh? I mean, really. He would look at it and think, my goodness, what lousy Bible exegesis, man. The Apostle Paul wrote a lot of the Pauline epistles, you know. It's like, even look at this thing, I didn't mean for my books to be interpreted this way. Where'd they get this, you know? Anyway. Oh, now, there's so much pollution out there. They're putting mites out there and trying to get me to stop doing the Gail commandments. Yeah, Jesus doesn't want me to, he wants me to eat a balanced diet without concerns about allergens or toxins. And I've stopped doing my low FODMAP diet. And Satan's trying to punish me for that. Basically, I did the low FODMAP because they used mice that had toxins in them, which they can control remotely, to cause me to react to whenever I ate something high FODMAP. And
oh my God.
my men told me, you need to stop that diet because it's all the symptoms are being artificially controlled. You do not have a problem with onions, garlic, or high FODMAP foods. So now that I'm abandoning that diet and doing the Gail commandments, now they're trying to punish me, thinking, you need to go back on it. Oh, they're making me cough. So yeah, they can remotely control these mites that are in the bomb clouds they release in the air. That's what's causing it. And then you breathe it in, it gets into your bloodstream, and the mites can lay dormant, and then they can remotely control them using some sort of brain control to activate them and release a nasty toxin whenever you do something they don't like. Fortunately for me,
Gail, what the
Brent
fuck?
Spiner works to remove the toxins every day, but it is so polluted out there. They're really angry about my latest law, making Vladimir director of communications. His job is to punish all the people that are doing the fake news, and we're going to find them millions and billions of dollars and use that to finance our search engine so that people can get the truth.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gail.
Jesus is using me to hold off the tribulation right now. If it wasn't for me, we would be in the
I
tribulation.
have not watched
Yeah.
Jealous
Yeah, he's using me to hold it off.
Filipino hooker video yet.
So,
no.
you guys, there's a lot I could talk about, but
I'm going to do the
yeah.
next Gail video that's in
you guys go to
order, and then I'm going to
Gail'inTalkBox News and
end
go
the
to my
stream.
website. You can go to my
because
website
I'm
for Bible,
really drunk.
Bible teaching. Okay, I have a major announcement to make, and that is that I have made Jesus Christ my co-president and vice president.
I
let
thought
me go
Brett
ahead and read
Spiner
you
was your
my
co-president and
There's
vice
a lot of
president.
fake news out there, so let me go ahead and read you who's in my cabinet. I have been the U.S. Empress since 2014.
True.
And I have been the U.S. President actually since 2016.
So
because
true.
I'm the one who got Donald Trump into office.
That's very true.
We thought he was dead at the time.
These
and
are
I
all
ran in
facts.
his place, and I said anybody who votes for Trump is voting for me. But when we found him in our final battle with Angelina Ballerina, then I allowed him to get the president job, and I kind of took the back seat. But the last election we had in 2020 was totally taken over by Satan and Lori McBride Jesuits. Lori has come to our side, and so I decided to assert myself as president. And I was running also in the 2020 election, and I won with
in a landslide.
Anyways, let me tell you who is in my cabinet.
Wow, I can't believe she
those of you
kicked
who are not
Brent
watching Gabriel
out.
Ton of Fox News and watching all the fake news out there, you have no idea what's really going on. So let me just go ahead and read you who's in my cabinet right now. Okay, the co-president and vice president, Jesus Christ, the deity, the Son of God the Father.
Yep.
The vice president, two people, Brent Spiner and Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Secretary of State,
See, two people.
Rand Paul. Okay,
Rand Paul.
Director of Communications, Vladimir Putin. Secretaries of Health and Human Services, Bernie Sanders and Gerard Butler, MD. Dual Healthcare Administrators, Haruo Ozaki and Hidemichi Sato. National Healthcare Plan
Who are
Research Director,
they?
Judy Mikovich.
Can you explain to me what Gabrielle Chana means? Like, why does she call herself Gabrielle Chana when her name is Gail Cord Schuler?
Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Ben Carson. Press Secretaries, Tucker Carlson and Kanye West. Secretaries of Defense,
Tucker Carlson and
Powell,
Kanye
and Judge
West.
Terrence Jenkins. I've got some very smart people in my cabinet because, we're up against Satan and the Jesuits. Deputy Research Secretaries of Defense, Martin Karplus, R.E.A. Warshall, and Dr. Bill Van Bon. Deputy Big Tech Administrators, Linus Torvalds and Mike Roderick. Like I say, go to my website, check the link underneath this page.
Okay.
Acting Head of State, United Kingdom and Ireland. This is these are our League of Conspiracy Law honoring nations around the world. I've had to set up heads of state in other countries so that we can have an effective alliance. Acting Head of State, United Kingdom and Ireland, Gerard Butler, MD. Acting Head of State, Canada, Keanu Reeves. You might say, it doesn't sound like it. You need to go to Gabriel Ton of Fox
Keanu.
News. Acting Head of State, Australia, Hugh Jackman. Acting
Okay,
Governor of
I gotta
Texas,
pee, I'll be
Matthew
right back.
McConaughey, the real Matthew McConaughey, not the clone.
Not the
German
clone.
Chancellor Vladimir Putin, German President Adolf Hitler, German Health Minister Rainer Fuhlmich.
German
Go to my
President
website
who?
to learn about these people. Acting Governor of California, Larry Elder. Acting Governor of New York, Rudy Giuliani. Acting Governor of Massachusetts, Bernie Sanders. I'm a blend between, my views are not Republican or Democrat, they're a blend. Okay, because Satan is a New Ager. He's kind of like the founder of the New Age
Satan
movement.
is
so
a New Ager.
That could be true. And I think he promised her the
Interesting.
presidency
We did a
if she
stream
would do
on
as
that,
he required,
actually.
And he probably instructed Tulsi to use the 25th
You should
Amendment.
feel responsible.
Which would have been, and I basically had to retake my position with military. Yeah. I had to, I forget the word they used.
This is
But it
partially
worked.
your fault.
Yeah, if you've got the military behind you, it's kind of hard to take over the president. So that's why Satan's been working so hard trying to destroy my military. And yeah, if you go to my website, you can see all the posts that I've made about that. All the attempts he's made to make them all sick with the death shot.
You hit me with
And-
the shot.
And yeah, and then
And I don't know.
once Lori
I
McBride
don't
came to our
remember
side, Satan
something.
realized his last straw to maintain control was to try to again use the 25th Amendment. You might say.
Joshua, that's homophobic. And that's the exact kind of bullying we need here on this channel. How dare you, and also good job.
Say, and I picked Brent Spiner for vice president because I felt
Also,
like that was
I
the
don't
only person
butt
I could
choke.
trust in that job who wouldn't try to do a repeat of what Tulsi Gabbard tried to do. So Satan thinks he knows how he's going to work around this. This is what I believe Satan is up to. And I've got a very high emotional IQ. It's around near 10,000 right now.
Near
Pretty much
10,000.
IQ. Okay. So, I find it very interesting that our Church of Gail mechanic was wrong about my car. You know, I'm in hilly country here. And the brakes, if they don't work and I'm out there driving, I could be killed. Or I could
Wow.
get seriously injured. And that in and of itself could make me disqualified from the presidency, which I think was Satan's goal. He was hoping to use my car to get me in a deadly or serious car accident and make me disqualified for the U.S. presidency.
Satan cut your
And
brakes.
then, at the same time, I believe he was planning on kidnapping the real Brent Spiner, who's my vice president, and replacing him with the Jesuit clone. And then he would have gone on the news, and maybe even taken over Gabriel Chana Fox News. I think that's what was in the works.
Wow.
Fortunately, I saw through this before. First of all, I'm not going to be driving that car until those brakes feel.
I know you weren't talking liquor shots, motherfucker. You don't think I can't see a gay joke a mile off?
I think the solution is, I did check and I noticed the brake fluid level is low. And I think if I just add brake fluid to the car, it'll be fine. But I won't even do that until I get
God.
permission from my men to
Adam's
go buy brake
finally
fluid.
got
Right now
someone
we've been
to
looking at
bully me
mechanics, but we
with.
want to make sure we can get a mechanic we can trust.
Collaborative
there was
bullying.
something wrong with the Church of Gail mechanic that he was instructing Brent to tell me that the brakes were fine when they were not. Because believe me, when I pressed down on the brakes and telling me to ignore the brake warning light, other things were going wrong in my car too. So it appears like the car is being secretly sabotaged.
By the Jesuits,
Yeah, it's just like it's just falling
obviously.
apart all of a sudden. So this mechanic, somebody was talking to me brain to brain, and I thought it was Brent, but it might have been
Energetically
Jesus, telling me that the mechanic that Satan's found the mechanic's price, and he is being bribed to injure me using my car so that they can take me out as president for reasons I've already discussed.
I'm not
The
starting
car
an
to-
OnlyFans. I'm not a degenerate.
The good news is that I
yet.
don't need the car. Where I currently live, I can get all my needs met without a car.
There's
so I won't be
no
driving that
such
car
thing as a
until it's safe for me to
coincidence.
drive it. And I'm not going to take it to a mechanic because if I take it to a Jesuit mechanic, I'm not going to do anything with it till Brent and Zach tell me it's okay to do something with the car. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to be doing without
Fair.
a car. But I'm not in danger of. I have groceries for several weeks. Everything that I need to get is within walking distance, even food. Or
There's no
I can have
winking
delivery
allowed
set
in
up.
this chat.
So I do not. I'm in a position where I do not need the car. Actually, there are certain parts of the world where you don't have to have a car to survive, and I'm in a situation right now where I don't need the car. Right now, I'm encouraging
No, I'm
people not to
recovering.
send stuff to my PO
I'm
box.
recovering.
Like,
I'm
the PO box
concentrating on
that I
my
have is very
liver,
far away, and I would need
and
the
I'm
car to get out there. If I've already
metabolizing.
sent it, then I'll just have to wait till I get my car to go out there. But everything else I can get without a car, and I can still be president. So. Yeah, I'm not going to risk getting myself in a serious accident and maybe other people by driving a car with bad brakes. Okay, so
I
but
mean,
if
yeah,
I don't hear
Gail,
from my
you
men
should probably
within
just
about
get
10
your
days,
brake pads
then
checked.
I'm just going to walk to a nearby store,
brake-
buy some brake
your
fluid,
brake
and put it in
pads
the car and see if that
changed.
works. Yeah, the brake fluid level was very low. When I checked, because the
can't
canister was so
do
dirty,
those
I couldn't tell how low it was. It was very low. So
Serenius
that appears to be the problem.
scenarios. I can't do
I also had a
naked
problem with my
streams. I'm not a Twitch
windshield
thought.
washer. It wouldn't squirt.
Twitch
the
moderation
wipers
would
work.
be like, you're
And,
not a
I went and
hot
bought washer
girl
fluid, and that
doing
didn't solve the problem. So
ASMR videos,
that's probably some sort of a mechanical
and they would
problem.
ban me.
So Yeah, my car, it appears, is being sabotaged, and the Church of Gail mechanic appears to be in on it. So somebody was communicating with me brain to brain and saying the mechanic that they found his price. And I thought, well, what are they trying to do by getting me in an accident in my car?
Okay,
and
you got to
damaging
pay
my car?
points for that, though.
Like, I don't get it. And
Do
either
the,
Jesus or Brent was telling me they're hoping to get
do
you
the
seriously
wig.
injured so that you can't be the president.
Do the wig
And then
point
that's how Jesus
skull,
thinks
and
he's
I'll
going
put
to
on the
defeat you.
falsies.
Not Jesus.
All right,
Satan.
all right, okay.
So,
all right,
that's
fine.
what I think. That's why I've made Jesus Christ my co-president. And he is my roommate, so he lives in
And he
Alabama.
is my
I've given him
roommate.
honorary U.S. citizenship. So this means that, let's say something happens to me, and Brent gets kidnapped, and the Brent Spiner clone tries to take over the United States.
All right.
I've got your butt covered, United.
I want you all to be aware that this is Adam's fault, and that I didn't do this on purpose. This is Adam's fault, not mine. Thank you. I do have a nice butt. And now, I have nice tits as well. Shit. They're tangled up in my necklace. Alright, wait. We gotta get them situated. These are my testicles. My chesticles, as it were. Alright. There we go. I have tits now. I've gotta get them figured out. There we go. That looks like more or less normal, right? These are womanesque. Oh, I booby bustily back to my stream.
United States. Jesus Christ
Wow,
is my
Gail,
co-president.
so true.
He's next in line to succeed me if anything happens to me. And good luck trying to take him out. Yeah, good luck.
Gail and I are energetically
Yeah.
aligned here.
Right now I'm hearing that they're saying, you can't make him the president. He doesn't live in the United States. He's not a U.S. citizen. He's my roommate. That means he lives in Alabama. Alabama is part of the United States, folks. And I'm giving him honorary U.S. citizenship. So he's my co-president and vice president. Now, if the Brent Spiner
Gail, he wasn't born in the United States.
clone kidnaps Brent Spiner and claims he's the real Brent, and therefore he's going to use the 25th Amendment to try to remove me, Jesus won't let him now. What he'll probably do, I'm hearing brain to brain, that they're getting so desperate now, they're trying to divorce Alabama from the Union, saying anybody
So
who's from Alabama
true.
can't be the president because that is a
That
racist
doesn't
state.
mean I'm
That's
not
going to
aligned
work.
with Gail.
They're trying all sorts of crazy stuff. And they're saying,
She
well,
has
Jesus
been
can't,
fucking
Jesus
Jesus
can't be the
like.
U.S. president because he lives in heaven. He's moved, folks. He no longer lives in heaven. He's my roommate. He lives right here. Hi, Jesus. I bet you're right here right now. I don't see him, but he's here. In fact, my landlord has actually gone on Gabriel Chana Fox News and talked about what an honor it is to have Jesus Christ living here. You might say, he's not on your lease. Jesus doesn't need to be on the lease. He exists here in
He's
his higher
11th
dimensional form, where it's like, I don't see him, but he's here, You might say, well, if he's not on your lease, he's not here.
The only landlord in the world who would include an 11th dimensional roommate clause is me. Okay? And I can assure you, my tenant does not have any 11th dimensional roommates. I know about it. Alright?
I think he's secretly on the lease. In fact, my apartment might be giving him free rent. So, we have a bunch of Bible-believing Christians at this place.
Yeah,
where
but
I live. I love
Sasquatch
it
is
here for that
also
reason.
an 11th dimensional
I love
being.
being in a Bible Belt state. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
He's also not living in my
Jesus.
house.
So if you're going to try to pull that dirty trick
unfortunately.
on me using a Brent Spiner clone 25th Amendment garbage like you tried to do with Tulsi Gabbard, Satan, you're not going to be able to do it because Jesus Christ is my co-president. Okay?
Yet.
Yeah,
God,
and I'm
I
not going to be
hope so.
driving that car until it's safe either. And I'm not going to take it to a mechanic until we can trust the mechanic. It's very possible that once I put the brake fluid in there, the car may be fine. It's really low on brake fluid. I noticed that. I mean, we never really gave it a thorough check after that long trip from Florida to here. And there are a lot of hills in this area, so yeah, it probably just used up probably just needs brake fluid. That might fix it. But I can kind of tell when I push on the brakes if they're okay. Yeah. And if I see the brake light warning indicator light coming on, I know I'm not going to be driving that car now.
Maybe your
I've
brake
learned to
pads
respect that
should
warning
just be
indicator.
changed, Gail.
Yeah. Fortunately, when the brakes really acted up, it was in my apartment's parking lot, so it's safe right where it is. I've got the emergency brake on there holding it, so yeah, it's yeah, Jesus is going to take care of me. Like I said, I've got food, I've got money, I've got a place to live, a place to sleep. I'm in good health because I'm doing all the Gail commandments to the best of my ability. And yeah, man, Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'm happy for you, Gail.
Is my co-president and vice president. He's got a higher position than Brent now. So you say, but he can't be the president. You know what? When they voted for when they voted for me, Tulsi Gabbard was my vice president, and we had to take her out because she was trying to usurp me. And I can tell they're going to try to do the same thing with Brent Spiner, using a Brent Spiner clone, because a lot of people listen to fake news. So yeah, right now it appears that
So
all the
true,
clones
Gail.
of all the famous men that are in my cabinet have gotten together, and they're going to try to kick me out as president so that they can rule. Yeah, that's what I think is going on. I think they're all the Jesuit leaders right now.
Unprompted Gail is
all
nice.
of the top men on my ex-marriage list are in my cabinet. So Satan thinks he's going to defeat me by destroying my cabinet and taking it over and making me look like the crazy lady. But with Jesus Christ as co-president, good luck, Satan.
Making me look
Anyways,
like a crazy lady.
I got to go get my laundry.
No one could
Go
make
ahead
you
and
look
try,
like
Satan.
a crazy
Go ahead,
lady,
try.
Gail.
I got you checkmated, Satan. Yeah, and don't believe the fake news, okay? Go to 00 on cable or go to my website. But yeah, you might say, Jesus Christ, he lives in heaven. No, he doesn't. He moved.
He moved.
You know, I always believed that Jesus would use me to
He lives in Gail's apartment
reign on
now.
Earth right before the rapture. And I think that's exactly what's happening.
That's his
During the
new
millennium, he's
command
going to be the
post.
ruler over the whole earth. And I find it interesting that
Alabama's
Ezekiel
the perfect
chapter 17 talks about
stronghold.
eagles and yeah, go to my website and check my post on that. Yeah. I think Babylon the Great is a type of the United States. Yeah.
What?
Or the United States is a type of Babylon the Great.
What?
And I think the United States may play a significant role with. I'm not sure yet.
I'm
not sure how
aware.
they're gonna play this
I'm
all
aware,
out.
Cenarius. I know that Jesus had sex with all of you last Friday. I know. I fucking know.
But
I know.
it's possible the United States could be part of the Babylon the Great system that's going to be set up in the future tribulation. Anyways, go to my website to check out the latest. Jesus Christ. Welcome to my cabinet.
Honestly,
He's already
I'm
in my
kind of
cabinet.
glad
I'm
I
gonna do
wasn't
well.
there.
But now he's head of the United States, along with me, co-president. And I've told Jesus he can override me whenever he wants. I hear, brain to brain, he's been making a lot of amendments to my conspiracy law, which he's perfectly allowed to do.
You're hurting
Who's better
me.
to run this country than Jesus.
You're hurting me,
You
Cenarius.
can't beat him for a leader, right? He's the best. So, good luck trying to usurp me as president now.
That
with
actually
my
hurts
co-president, Jesus Christ. He'll make sure you don't do it, Satan. Yeah, and you clones out there, you Matthew McConaughey, Brent Spiner clone. I mean, come on, get off your high horse. You know you stole the identity of the real people that you impersonate. And you need to humble yourself and come to Jesus and serve him like Laurie McBride's doing. There's nothing more important in life than honoring true love. It's not as important as your filthy rich bank accounts, which are stuffing by keeping people sick and making money
That
off
bread
of gas shops
really
and,
brought me back to reality.
And now orchestrating now they're going to try to make everybody poor by artificially inflating the gas prices by getting everybody all hyped up. They're going to try to blame Russia for what they've done with the gas shots, you know. Yeah.
You tell them.
Get
They're
everybody all
so
distracted.
right, Gail.
Like I said, just go ahead and go to my website to find out the real news, okay? Yeah. Go to my website. Gabriel.
Okay, so every celebrity that was on Gail's marriage list is a clone because the originals are in orbit on her spaceship, the Church of Gail.
Blog. Yeah, Jesus Christ is co-president of the United States and vice president, which means nobody's going to be able to use. Only Jesus could use the 25th Amendment.
Matthew
to take me
McConaughey
out.
was on the list.
Yeah, I'm not going to
yes.
I'm not going to make it easy for Satan to do this.
Matthew
No
McConaughey
way,
is
Satan.
on the
You've been
marriage
getting away
list.
with too much.
But the marriage list is gone.